Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. We are back with another pick a card reading. Today we are getting into how do your coworkers view you. So this should be a juicy topic. I'm so excited to get into it. Okay, they can be viewing you at work. They could be viewing you on Zoom. They could be viewing you on Teams, Microsoft Teams. They could be viewing you on LinkedIn. They could be viewing you on, if you have, exchange your social media accounts with them, they can definitely be seeing that. Let's get into it. Thank you for being here. My name is Felicia. Again, if you want to know more about me, my information is down below. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit organization called Divas Can Manifest. We are a nonprofit in women's health, and we are sponsoring this free tarot channel to make this information accessible to all. So if you would like to give back, tips are super appreciated. Donations are super appreciated. We are currently raising money for our scholarship fund, Project 444. All the information for that could be found down below. But also just watching the ads on the channel, liking, subscribing, leaving me a comment. All of that supports our initiative and helping to make this information accessible to all. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into it. Pile 1, you are Versatility with John. You are Versatility with John Gray. Pile 2, you are Cardi B with Personality. Pile 3, you are Resistance with Sparky D. And Pile 4, you are Strength with Mia X. Choose from the overhead selection. I'll list them down in the description box below. But without further ado, let's hop into today's video. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your selection. So we have versatility here, okay? So some of you guys, you may work in diversity, equity, and inclusion, so DEI. Or literally how your coworkers are viewing you. They're seeing you taking diversity and equality very seriously. You like to make sure everybody feels included. You ensure that there's a great deal of variety. So some of this could be affirmative action, honey. But I'm also getting like making sure that there is representation from lots of different cultural groups, lots of different age groups, lots of different walks of life, and even like making people feel included around their gender expression and their gender identities and their asexuality. If you are working in like aesthetics or movement, people, these coworkers, there's definitely a huge emphasis around your aesthetic and around your movement. They definitely see your body and they're looking at this, they're viewing this. Some of you guys, your body is natural. You have a natural body and a natural beauty about you. But ultimately, they just see you as someone who is, if this is about like respecting and honoring people's true nature as well. So something you very like, they see you as someone who honors and values the people, the planet, and the animals. I definitely can sense that like you have a specialized skill in whatever you're doing, even if you're not working in DEI or aesthetics or anything like that. They definitely see that like your skills, you're doing something that involves a specialized skills. Your skills are like genius to these people. They sense that like your skills involved you concentrating on something, becoming an expert in a particular subject or field or skill, okay? But they know that your role serves a special function. It's like something about you guys, only you are the one that can do this. Only you're the one that can serve this function, because there's like maybe you're doing, like I said, you're doing something with a specialized skill. Nobody else has this skill, or there's something where you're pioneering in a direction or doing something that has never been done before. And you are serving this special function to these people. They see you as very essential in your role. They feel like they need you here in this role. Some of you guys, you are working for free. You're doing some type of nonprofit work. But I definitely sense these are a lot of people who they can't find somebody else to do this role the way that you can do it. Or so serve this function the way that you can serve it. It's like only you can do this. I'm also getting that if it's not you, then you might just like work on a very small team, and they see that this is like nobody can really do it like you guys can. Okay. Your coworkers are viewing you as definitely very skilled and very expert level, and they see that you have like, you spent a lot of years perfecting your craft, and you have many different styles and expressing this. Like maybe they see, like, especially if you guys are diverse, you're very focused on diversity. The way that you serve this function, you serve many different cultural groups, you serve a variety of different people, and you have many styles around this craft that connects you to, that makes you like so worldly and have like this, well, like you're well cultured in that way. They're very impressed by you. They see you as like a genius, LOL, okay? They feel like you are just like exceptionally intellectual, or just like super creatively empowered, okay? I'm getting that some of you guys may work with commodities or natural resources. That's why I'm getting like a huge emphasis around the environment. Maybe you're really big on environmental social justice, and you're something where you are just, you have this highest respect for like creation. Or this is just like your natural abilities at doing this, and like you're so clever as well. Like even if you spent a long time perfecting this, they sense that you've already, like, you've had a natural ability at doing this, or you like got a very quick understanding at something, and or learning of something, and you became very advanced at something very fast. And I feel like it's because like you apply your ideas, you know, in a very intelligent way. So, you know, the best way to, you know, learn to like really truly comprehend something is to apply what you are learning when you are learning it. Create your mnemonic devices, create something from it, maybe create a class blog, or do something that helps you retain your memory. They see that you don't shy away from, like, you're so intelligent, okay? They just see you as so intelligent, and only you can serve this function of what you're doing. Like the way that you have applied what you've learned, only you can really do this. You've done it in a creative way. And some people see that you have, this has literally like made you stand out in a way, okay? But I feel like, you know, even if you are just like this specialized rare gem, they see that you don't shy away from like conversations about differences, and that you're like, you know, and this, what you're doing is like helping people work together very well as well. I'm hearing something where you inspire a lot of teamwork, even if you have like this specialized function, or they really feel like, some of them, they have literally contracted your work, or you're working for free, and it's like nobody else can really do this for them the way that you are. Your work is like a game changer, LOL. This is funny. So let's get into it, friends. How are your coworkers viewing you? We have Mars, drive and power. I can definitely sense that your coworkers, especially with Mars showing up here, this feels like, I feel like they seen you like verbally attack someone, okay? They seen you verbally attack someone or strike them down. You let them know very well that you have a specialized function or something like that, or that they could not compete with your power or drive. These people, I'm seeing some people who may have wanted to like steal aspects of your pioneering. They have literally been unable to, like, they know that they cannot, because they don't have an understanding of your true function. They're not an expert. They have not perfected this craft. Some of them, they're just literally like, they're just, I'm hearing they're novices, or they never spent time to perfect the craft like you did, okay? I'm also getting a lot of these people are not diverse. They're not inclusive. So they don't have like this mindful collective. They don't have this, you know, they're not well cultured. They just like, they're not having this global impact the way that you are. But that's crazy. I'm getting to something where somebody literally seen you, like your coworkers may have seen you, like you had to attack somebody, you know, with this Mars energy because they may have been trying to compete with your power and for your career or something like that. I'm here to compete for your dreams or compete for your authority. And when you're just like, look, this is a very specialized function that like PAL 1 is serving. And like you really cannot compare to it. So I don't even know why you tried. Somebody here with a neck tattoo, okay? So let's get LOL. Let's see what's going on. Okay. It's like your coworkers, you know, you stand out to them. They are just like, they know it's a very big difference between you and these other people. So you don't even have to worry. I'm also getting that somebody here, like, you know, these people, I'm hearing something where you advance to their level very quickly and they were not prepared for you to become this expert. They were not, some of them, they might have even like been trying to bully you into like, because like you were a rookie or you were a novice at something. And then they saw you spend your time, like you cleverly applied what you were learning, or you spent time to perfect this craft. And then they did not expect you to like have this drive and power to catch up with them. And then like some of you literally outgrew them, or you're the one that's like teaching them now and they're just like shook it, right? I'm hearing everybody who did not expect you to like have this drive and power, they got like verbally attacked or something like that. Okay, how are your coworkers viewing you, Power 1? How are your coworkers viewing you? We have Femme Fatale. We have the Alchemist. And we have the Goddess. Okay, I definitely sense that like you may have, there was something that happened in the workplace where you may have used your sensuality inappropriately. I'm getting something where you may have had an affair with a boss, or you had a work romance, and this was like, maybe there was a no fraternization policy, or this is just like looked down on where you are working, right? And they felt that this was like an inappropriate use of your sensuality. This was a attachment to like money and power. Some of you, they felt like you were sleeping around to like come up, and like some of you guys never even got promoted, but like they may have been like trying to see it as like you were trying to use your sensuality to get more money and power. Okay. I'm also getting that like, even if this isn't like, you know, that I feel like there may have been a situation where you were rejected by coworkers because of something where you were like, you were diverse, you were a diversity hire, or you were like, I'm hearing something where you did not fit into this space. And they feel like since then, after getting rejected from this like workplace, or not getting promoted, not, you know, getting, or maybe even, like I said, having that inappropriate romantic relationship in your environment, they feel like you transformed yourself and now you have the golden wisdom. And something about where you literally like, you verbally attacked them after the truth came out, like for their base motives, and turned into a goddess. I'm hearing something where they may have body typed you, body shamed you in a workplace as well. Like that's kind of what I was getting in the beginning, or some people may have seen like there is like a huge emphasis around your body and things like that, and then like they realize that you're like exceptionally intellectual and creatively empowered, and they feel like this is like a true goddess. They feel like you are the divine feminine expressed through wisdom, life force, and sensuality. Maybe even after learning these lessons around inappropriate attachments to money, inappropriate attachments to power, inappropriate uses of your sensuality, learning those hard lessons and learning how those poor attachments are actually related to base deficiencies, root chakra deficiencies, where people are having a struggle around their self-image, people are having a struggle around their survival, they're having a struggle around their self-securities, and you have transformed those like motivations and how people have been motivated and acted from those shadow aspects, those root chakra deficiencies. You transformed it. I'm hearing you transmuted like negativity into light in this workplace, and you have gotten a golden wisdom from this. And whatever you're doing now, the wisdom that you've gained from this work environment, the skills that you learned in this work environment, you've actually used them to empower yourself. You've actually used them to they feel like you actually got an understanding of this very quickly, and you were able to like apply what you've learned in a very intelligently, and something where you are literally expressing this wisdom through like your love of nature, like I was getting before. You have like this amazing life force energy where you're pioneering and you're going in a direction that no one else is going, and you have this vision and that you proclaim for yourself that maybe these people were not able to see in the past, but now is literally coming true. And now they see you as like this heightened sensuality, this beautiful, like something where you actually are inspiring a lot of desire and eroticism within a lot of people in the work environment as well. A lot of the men that you're working with, or a lot of people who, a lot of people may be attracted to you. Especially because if you're fluid within your sexuality, I'm hearing everybody is really attracted to you. And they see that like after like you literally gotten so much wisdom and skill from this situation, and you were able to use what you were learning and created something better for yourself, and you become like an expert in the subject, and you were just like a natural at doing this. Okay, you know that sign. You're a natural. Okay, you're literally a natural at this. I'm hearing your body is natural. You're a natural at the skill, and it's just like you're so good at this thing that you're doing. Okay, especially some people, they didn't expect you to, some of them, especially if they were like making fun of you or not really regarding you because you were like a rookie, and they thought that they were the most skilled, and they thought that they were getting all the acclaim and things like that. They literally, I'm hearing a Cancer, somebody's name that starts with letter A. They did not expect you to like come up in this situation. Like you did not expect you to become a star at this the way that you have, especially like if this involves a movement or a dance or like an aesthetic type of thing. They literally see that you are like the heightened feminine in this situation. Like your sensuality, everybody is looking at your bosom and your buttocks and your waistline and your hair. They're looking at your facial features, your eyes. They're looking at your back tattoos and like your the curvature of your spine. And then people are just like, whoa. They're like, you're just literally something where they seen you transform this negativity and become like an expert master and just like so beautiful and creative. Okay, how are your coworkers viewing you, Power One? Wow, beautiful. Okay, so that's definitely what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm definitely getting, especially like even if you show up and you're like this sensual person and you just like they see you just, and you're like something where they are just looking at you from a distance. Maybe you don't see them gazing at you, or you're not seeing everybody that's looking at you. They like, it's when you start like, I don't know, they know that you're also like this very big intellect as well. So they're seeing you exploring a lot of intellectual ideas as well, and you're not shying away from these like difficult conversations. Okay, especially because everybody, it may be a challenge hearing you like speak about these things. It might be hard and triggering, with you having these difficult conversations, especially as you're coming up and you just feel like you are the expert, you are the master, and you're also like this like aesthetic, especially with the femme fatale and the goddess. It's like you showing up and you're showing up as like the ideal, and you're maybe having a lot of these different conversations with people who will never like be on this level, or people who are deficient, right? They deficient in their self-image and their self-security. So you being this sensuality, this high feminine, right? A lot of people will try to like, you're letting people know that like my form is not like my female form, and my eroticism or whatever inspires eroticism from me just existing in this workplace is not to be exploited. Like, I'm not here to be checked out. I'm not here to be harassed by you. I'm not here for your consumption. I'm not here to be objectified about, towards, from you. And you're having these difficult conversations about this. Like, they definitely see like this versatility within you, especially they see like you within this like masculine power and drive with Mars, and then they see you also as like this feminine with this heightened sensuality. You're letting people know that, yeah, I'm very versatile. I, you know, get you a girl that can do both, right? Like, if you can't handle it, then you need to kind of like take your like hyper eroticism and your inability to control yourself and your harassment somewhere else. Like, you're very focused on like diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like, a woman should be able to exist in this workplace without getting exploited. And I definitely feel like that was like a major theme and a major difficult conversation that you've like had to have with like these like coworkers, is what I'm hearing. A lot of conversations about differences, okay? And they see that you're never short on words. I'm getting that you always putting somebody in their place with these verbal attacks, is what I'm hearing. Something where you're like, do not, like, please do not try me or try to exploit me. Or if you show me that you have an inappropriate like use of your sensuality and attachment to money and power, I know that you're just like this person who is deficient within their root chakra. LOL. Okay, let's wrap. How are your coworkers viewing you, pile one? Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups reversed, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Now, I definitely feel like with, you know, the Knight of Swords, a lot of people see that you have, like, you're very ambitious, driven, and determined, especially with that Mars energy. It's like you know what you want to achieve and you're going for it. Especially some of you guys, you want to achieve more diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they see that you're going for this, and you're being bold, and you're being brave, and you're being daring and courageous to speak out and have these difficult conversations where you know people are going to, you know, be sensitive and triggered. Some of you guys, they're seeing you get a promotion, or you're getting the new job and the change of industry that you're looking for. And they see like that you're like, and at work you're just having like a lot of positive change that you've been wishing for. Some of you guys, you may literally have a career in the police force or the military, or you're doing something like, you may be in aesthetics movement, or you may be working in DEI. This could be a lot of different things, but I definitely see that what you are wishing for, you're getting. They're definitely seeing that you guys are having like this positive upswing in your finances. Maybe some of you guys quite literally did get a promotion, and they know that you have big opportunities coming your way. They see you as like, you know, there are investment opportunities as well coming your way. And just like unexpected financial windfalls are coming your way when like you literally are having so much success at work, and it's because of something that you've done to apply your ideas and what you were learning in an intellectual way. Where you've made a proposal at work and it's being considered for an investment, or it's being considered for implementation or something like that, okay? And I definitely feel like that's really good, okay? We have like with the Four of Cups, I definitely can sense that like in your career, they are definitely sensing like a change in industry. There's some type of positive change that is going on, sudden change or sudden economic increases. They see something happen very fast for you. They see a lot of good positive things happen for you. Opportunities are opening up for you, and there's like a huge improvement in your finances and career. And you are so focused and full of positive energy, like you're ready, like you're so ready to get what you want when this Four of Cups is showing up, okay? Like, feel like you're never focused on what you don't have, and you're never focused on being jealous and envious of other people for having opportunities and for having success. You just always focus on your own things, because you know that envy and jealousy and like a lack of finances is a root chakra deficiency. You know that is a base motivation, and you have like this golden wisdom, and that you're like not this like you're not this immature person that is like focused on other people's rewards and recognition, that you're always like focused on yourself, and you're having like positive results because of that, okay? It's like really clear that you're successful, especially if you guys have had a sudden change in your career, or there was a change in industry, or a period where you were lacking, you didn't have what you needed, okay? you know, with the Page of Cups, right? I feel like a lot of you guys you've had some difficult conversations, or you stood up to a situation where there were people in the workplace that have not been acting out of integrity, right? There has been like a work setting where like you've seen people who have not been putting in effort. You've been seeing people like, you know, somebody's name that starts with a letter K, or a Cancer, or somebody, you saw them, they kept like, somebody stopped showing up to work, they would skip a lot of days, they were not putting in effort. And I feel like that you literally like, you're like, people are just like looking at you as this daring, ambitious, determined person, and this other person who caused issues and didn't have integrity in the workplace. They like were literally doing something immature and just was envious of you because you were having success at work. And they see that you have literally like overcome this person who was immature and didn't have integrity in the workplace, because they were acting out of like this base deficiency. And you've like transmuted that into golden wisdom, and like literally now you have like life force, sensuality, and just like golden wisdom. That is so beautiful, power one. That's what I'm saying about how your coworkers are viewing you. I definitely can sense like an economic upswing in your financials, and a positive in your industry. So if you want more specifics and more, if you're really serious about your money manifestations, I would definitely suggest you become a member to the channel. Join the winner circle, because we are there daily. Especially we are there every quarter, building, you know, in our quarterly meeting, we are there building our wealth and focusing on our career, our economic stability, and our financial freedom. And I definitely could feel like it could be very motivational and very helpful for you as you are taking actions on this journey. I wish you so well at work. You have a very good reputation at work. Keep doing this work, and you're getting the outcomes that you want after like overcoming some of your own stagnation and immaturity, learning about, you know, integrity in the workplace, learning about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And now, you know, after having these difficult conversations and doing the things that you needed to do, you have like learned about these inappropriate attachments, and you know not to let those things get in the way of your career and your money anymore. I love that so much. If you please check the description box for all the ways to learn more about me and about our nonprofit work. It was my honor to reach your energy. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Cardi B with personality. So I definitely could sense that maybe like there was a period where like they saw you very professional, and they didn't see a lot of your personality, and now they're seeing a lot of your personality. Maybe you left a job and then you exchanged contacts and you exchanged like social media handles or something like that. But like I definitely can sense that your colleagues may be watching you from like a social media account, or they're watching you in like a happy hour, a social hour after work, and then your personality be jumping out or something like that. It's like you are the star, and you are like quite literally the main character, because like you keep getting recognized and promoted for your work. They see you getting a lot of promotions. They see you moving into like greater responsibility, greater duty. Some of you guys are moving into like post-baccalaureate programs, and you are just like you're getting a lot of high honors for your work. You are a star. It's like even with you, like especially if it's like a professional work environment, they feel like you are so like your personality comes out so much without you letting people get in your business. It's like you know how to do this without, it's like your personality is just shining. They see you cracking up, busting up, cracking jokes that everybody can relate to, and it's just like you are like literally the main character. And they feel like your coworkers feel like you are the most captivating and magnetizing out of all of the people that are doing this, okay? And the way that you keep getting hits, you're coming into fame, and you're causing someone else to become disillusioned, okay? It's not good, okay? I'm getting somebody else who they thought was the best. They thought that this person was the star. This person may have like a lot more followers than you, or they literally see you coming up like you just started, and these people have been around for years and years, and I'm getting that you are literally coming in. You are the most captivating. You are the most magnetizing. I'm hearing these people cannot really hold a flame to you whatsoever. And I'm getting that people are literally like hanging on every word that you say. I'm hearing people are staring at your mouth a lot, and they're just like hanging on to every word that you say. LOL. Okay. So this is funny. I feel like something about you coming up, getting recognition, getting fame, coming into your like acclaim is actually causing someone else to be disillusioned. Like these oppositions, right? They see your opposites and they see you as like, they're like, okay, we know why they're the opposite now, because Pal 2 is like the main character. This opposition is getting disillusioned. I'm getting that there's a lot of tension, you know, with these coworkers, okay, because they see you as the one that is the most magnetizing. They see you as the one that's the most captivating. You are causing other people to lose their faith because they are just like, we know that we're never going to be as good as Pal 2. We know that we're never going to be on Pal 2's level. And this is kind of sad. Like, you don't want to discourage other people. Like, some of you guys are not doing this on purpose. It's just that the way that you're showing up unapologetically, you don't care if it is like you can't care if it's bothering someone. You cannot dim your light because it is like making someone, you know, mad or something like that, right? I'm getting something, I keep hearing notoriety, especially with this opposition coming out. Some of you guys are getting notoriety, but I don't know, this may be something bad that happened, especially like you may be getting known for like putting somebody's lights out. Like, you literally closed the curtains on them, you stole the show from them, and you are shocking everybody with your personality and your like, how like you keep getting hits and you keep getting like, you keep coming up. They see like with all this opposition, you are quite literally, especially if this is a social media account, like some of y'all are really like provoking these oppositions. You know, you work with your opposites, you work with the ops, like you work with them. Maybe you like guys are literally doing the same thing, and these people, I'm hearing that you may have gotten attacked by these people, but like the way that you have like overcame like their opposition and this tension, it's like making these people lose faith, because I'm getting that if people, I'm hearing a gang of people who maybe tried to rally up and throw a coup, like you are provoking them so much because like others see them as not as good or not as admirable now that you are here. I'm getting that this may involve somebody who's wearing contacts, or they're wearing a filter, they're wearing some type of fake, or they have plastic surgery, like a fake something going on, and it's like the way that you're showing up without no filter and you're showing up looking like this, it is really provoking people. Like, you're provoking people with, you know, just like, because you are literally the most captivating, the most magnetizing, you are the main character, you are the star, and your co-workers are definitely like, I'm getting that like people, they're seeing people, like even if like some of these co-workers are the opposites, right? They're the tense, they are the ones tense because they are the ones not working as good as you, but they see that you are getting praised publicly and you are not fitting in with these co-workers. You're literally like, you don't fit in with them, okay? And I'm hearing something about a Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini. People who are just like very mundane, they are shrinking violets compared to you. Like, you're literally, your work and your praise is literally causing people, like when they come across you, we're like, oh, well, now that you're here, we're gonna go over here. We're like, well, they're not as good or as admirable as we thought that they were. Or these people, they're literally wearing a lot of filters on their face. I'm hearing they keep editing the lighting on the photos as well. A lot of these people, they're seeing that you are like, you don't fit in with them, and they're happy that you don't, because like they're praising you for what you're doing. They see you as a gem. I'm hearing that you're giving them the show. Like, these ops, you're giving them the show that they were looking for, okay? I'm hearing that it's not good for them. Like, the way that this show that you're putting on, you're literally provoking so many people. And you're, like, and they seeing you work all day. And they seeing that you are literally not letting up. Like, and you keep getting, you know, advancements. You keep accelerating. You keep growing stronger and stronger in their face. And it's causing these other people to, like, lose faith in what they're doing. It like, makes these oppositions, like, it's very tense. It's very, very tense because, like, you are becoming well known for fucking them up. Like, you're literally becoming well known for, like, anybody who wanted to, like, they thought that you were the underdog. They thought that they had something over you. you literally had, like, especially with this Avenger, you literally had the desire to balance the scales of justice, because some of these people, they did something unjust. They did something to try to stop you from having fame. They wanted people, like, they wanted you to lose something. And they feel like you are, like, you were a saint. You were like this godlike person. You were like so benevolent and compassionate, and you had this eternal force to overcome these people who were so unjust to you in this work environment. And you did this because you knew what it was. You did the right thing. Like, you stood up for what was right, and you did it on behalf of yourself, and you did it on behalf of society. Something where you had literally, you were like the martyrer. And now they see, like, this was like, this martyrism was like you actually gaining notoriety for literally putting people in their place. And I'm getting that, like, you are known, like, your coworkers see you as being known for, like, fucking up the opposition. I'm hearing that this is literally a part of your reputation. LOL, okay? Because somebody here with the scribe, I'm hearing somebody here who wanted to plagiarize your work. Oh my God, it is not looking good for them. I'm hearing everybody is seeing this, that you are the one that's getting praised publicly now because they see that somebody tried to plagiarize you. And that was not good. Like, it was not good. I'm hearing somebody's name is Aaliyah, or like their name starts with the letter A, Anna. These people, I'm getting that something where your big personality came out, and you're like, you are so magnetizing and captivating at what you're doing, and like they see that other people have been literally trying to copy your style, copy your work. I'm hearing people are trying to copy your film, trying to copy like your style in videos, and trying to like put themselves in alignment with what you're doing. And they, like, the truth is coming out about them and how they try to plagiarize or alter some type of facts around you. And you were just like, oh, you overcame this injustice of people trying to like steal your intellectual property, and now you are the one that is like, I'm hearing something about you. You did not let this go under the radar. You something where you may have made it very public that these people were like plagiarizing, that they were just people who did not have authentic truth, people who were trying to copy your wisdom. You found them trying to talk like you. You caught them trying to steal aspects of like the things that you've been pioneering, and like that like showed like that you had this eternal force within you, that God was on your side in this situation because you were this saint. And these people were just cruel and trying to like control people, and things have become very tense with this opposition. The opposition are quite literally like the people who try to plagiarize you or steal or alter some type of facts. And this was like a super big injustice to you because you have been the like creative one. You have been the visionary in this whole situation. And I'm hearing that you are like preserving yourself, preserving your knowledge and information, and getting praise and like praise publicly for it. And the truth is coming out about how they tried to steal. Okay, how are people? How are your coworkers viewing you? Yeah, and it's like you're just showing how you like you keep setting yourself apart from them, and they like people are like, okay, we see that you are the one that is actually like spearheading this whole thing, and then these other people just look like copycats who did not have a true understanding and comprehension of it or something like that. This is wild. How are these coworkers viewing you? They see you as like so admirable, and they were disillusioned by these other people because they realized that they were just trying to plagiarize, and that they were not, they were just cruel and despotic, and they weren't, they were just trying to have more power, and that they didn't really, they didn't really want to, they were not just like, they were not really a righteous person. And they feel like you brought justice to the situation, and this is like your notoriety, and literally like something where you stole their audience, or you stole something from them back, and you literally just like were able to preserve yourself in some type of way. And I'm getting that as you preserve yourself, the tension is building, the resentment is building, as you are the one that's coming into like all of the honor and admiration and praise, and they are just like failing miserably. It's very tense, friends. Okay, very tense. And where you are, okay, it's very tense because you cause these people to lose their faith, and they're just so like, I'm hearing that they're literally just, I'm hearing very disappointed, very, they're feeling this hardship intensely. A Pisces, a Cancer, a Virgo. they really see that like you have gained notoriety for like effing them up. Like you really, I'm hearing something where you sitting in your chair and you really not like, you immovable. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we have the Page of Swords reversed, and we have Temperance reversed. Like I said, it's very tense in this work environment, very tense, friends. Okay, you know, they're definitely seeing with this Nine of Pentacles, right? These people who lost their, like, you know, this opposition and all this tension with these ops, it's like your public praise and you coming into your like your fame and fortune and recognition, it's not looking good for these other people. They look like failures. With the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, people are literally regarding them like they're getting disillusioned with them and regarding them as a failure, because it's looking like they have not put, especially those who've been plagiarizing you, it's looking like they did not put any work into, like, any effort in whatsoever. And they literally like, and you are like making it known that like you should not expect success for things that you have not worked for. Like these people have literally like been trying to, they're codependent on you. They are literally like attached to your nipple ring because they see that you have this eternal force within you and you cannot be stopped by these ops. People are literally seeing that these people have like not been putting in enough effort. And they see that like, they see in these people like as con artists. Some of them, they see them as con artists, or they see them as like literally stealing your property, stealing your intellectual property and possessions, because like they literally were so like, oh my God, they were literally so broken and failures at life. Like these people were literally left, I'm hearing that they're left broke. They don't have anything. And it's like people are realizing that like they cannot trust these people. They're like, we're gonna watch who we trust, and we most definitely not watching you. Like, and they definitely like, I'm hearing something where they were literally reckless. I'm hearing people who overspend. I'm hearing people are literally going broke trying to compete with you, and they just see you as having like the independence, the financial stability, and the security, right? Some of them, they wanted to do like some get rich quick scheme, and they did some type of shady thing, and I'm hearing that it ended up being like leaving them broke, or it ended up like them having to like some kind of criminal activity. It may have ended them in like in jail, okay? Something where there's maybe like a dodgy business, or there's literally like some laundering through a business or something like that. But I'm getting that these people are left so broke after like, and you are the one, like, and it's so tense because they are literally watching you, everything work out for you. I'm hearing that these people with the Page of Swords, they're literally like, you know, these are like some petty gossips. They're so reckless. I'm hearing something about them are reckless and very restless about you. I'm hearing the tension is building because they literally cannot, like, they seeing all your opportunities, all your ideas, and all your ambitious like plans and things like that, and they see that you have literally, after being indecisive maybe, or like not some of them, that you did go through this period where you were not able to make up your mind about a career, and they see you literally jumping from industry to industry, but now you're like finally making up your mind and stuff like that. And I'm hearing that now that you have gotten focused, and you've like, you know, you have like something where you have preserved your knowledge and information after like struggling to like make up your mind about certain things. When you were in this period of like indecision, people were stealing ideas here and there, stealing pieces and pieces of your work and stuff like that. And you literally have went around, I'm hearing a lot of opposites, that you have literally went around, recollected your shit, reclaimed your shit from people who wanted to plagiarize you, and then try to alter the facts like you were the one that was trying to plagiarize them. Some of them, they were trying to make it seem like you was the one trying to compete with them. But you have literally preserved your knowledge and preserved your information after like a period of you being indecisive or not, you know, knowing the correct industry and direction that was right for you. They feel like you, after a period, you have come into like you've balanced your ideas and dreams, and you have literally getting on the right path around this, okay? You've been getting on the right path around this. All these other people, they were literally like, I'm hearing something where they were trying to steal your work from you when you were indecisive. So some of this stuff, like, some of this stuff is not even like, some of the stuff is out of date. The things that they were stealing, they're pissed off now because they feel like all of the things that were truly important to you, you preserve that knowledge and information, and you literally have something where you may have even gone through a rebrand, or you know, you've gotten things together after like struggling, you know, for a period, and they see that like these people are so unsuccessful with trying to run off with your shit. Like they thought that they was going to run off with your intellectual property or your property after they thought that they was going to be able to steal from you and make it pop, and they see that they're the ones like literally failing and not having any success. Okay, they're very unsuccessful businessmen, very unsuccessful businesswomen. It's like I'm hearing that something about this, you know, things have gotten out of control in this work environment. Okay, people are literally, I'm hearing that there's a huge conflict and a clash, okay, and people have become like outright antagonistic and trying to like, I'm hearing that they've been literally trying to point score rather than like working together. Like a lot of these people, they're literally like, I'm hearing that a lot of these people, they're literally trying to fight you for your information and your knowledge, and people are seeing that they literally don't have peace because of what they've been doing. And I'm getting something where you are literally, I'm hearing your success and recognition is nipping the situation in the bud, okay? They're nipping in, it's getting nipped in the bud, because I'm hearing anybody who thinking that they can just try to point the score, they trying to go tit for tat. We ain't going tit for tat. This is our shit. And everybody knows that you are this like unsuccessful loser, okay? This person keep trying to come up, trying to rally up, and they keep just, there's something about this person who's, I'm on game, there's something that they excessively spend money, so they're literally having so much like financial erosion. And I'm hearing it's really tense. It's really tense because these people cannot afford to keep up with you, and you're just like, I think it's like a lot of this is around your financial freedom and your like money. These people, this conflict in your work environment, I'm hearing that there's a lot of clashing with these co-workers, and I'm feeling like something where you may have, they even saw you literally like giving them a lot of criticism, like you literally have let them know why they weren't successful, and people are saying that like everybody's just like, well damn, like you're definitely known for like striking them down after they tried to steal from you. They feel like you were able to preserve yourself and that you were the internal force the whole time. And these people were just cruel. And some of them, they used their power and they abused their stable position in your life. And some of them, they literally tried to act like they was not stealing your work, or they tried to run off with your shit, y'all. Like they literally, these ops, I'm hearing whatever the issue is, like you need to look forward and like rebalance yourself after this, because some of these people, they were just looking for like an instant gratification, and they seeing that like what they were trying to steal was not actually a part of their long-term plan. And after you finally clarify yourself and gotten, you know, clarity around your vision, you're like you're heading, you got your strategy sewed up, and you're on the right path, you're heading in the right direction. And these people, they just look like they never had any purpose whatsoever, y'all. They just look so stupid trying to do this, okay? Like they were just like, it's clear that they were just looking for instant gratification. Like I said, they were just trying to point a score, and you were just like, well, you're not getting any honor for this, and the truth is out about them as well. The truth is out about them, and you are just like, you gave them the show that they was looking for, okay? You gave them what they was looking for. I'm hearing this ain't what you want, but if this was what you wanted, we're gonna let you know right at the door. Okay, thank you so much, pal. Too, let me know how that resonates down below. If you are very serious about your money manifestations in your career, I would definitely suggest you join Money Manifestations over on through the Winner Circle. Those are our members only. Become a part of the Inner Circle. We are there every quarter with our quarterly intensive to work through our challenges around our money blocks and our career goals and aspirations. We got it going on and popping over there. So I definitely would appreciate you joining us. That will also make you an official donor with our nonprofit organization, Divas Can Manifest. So if you are interested, I would greatly appreciate that. Check the description box if you want to know more about me. But until next time, friends, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your selection. So how are your coworkers viewing you? Sparky D with resistance. So they definitely, they are seeing you have resisted something, or they were not expecting you to challenge like their authority. they were not expecting this kind of pushback. I'm getting that something where people, they thought that they had the most experience, or because of the, like something where they had the authority in this work environment, they had more status, or they have more, you know, influence or more subscribers. They were not expecting you to push back. They were not expecting you to assert your dominance. Okay. Some of them, they quite literally see that you have set somebody ablaze, or and you like may have gotten this person fired, you got them canceled, you got them persecuted. And I feel like you have been going rounds and rounds and rounds with this person. And I'm hearing something where you went toe to toe with somebody who was trying to, like, they thought because they had, like, that they were, like, they thought that they had an advantage. They thought that they had an upper hand. But they thought that you could not keep up with them. But really, they're the ones that cannot keep up. Okay? Like, that's crazy. I'm hearing something where they are, like, now they're seeing you. And you're getting a hefty payout. Something where you're getting a large investment. You got a promotion. I'm hearing a huge signing bonus. Or there is literally a severance package that you have gotten as well. Okay. There's something here to where the people are seeing you. I'm hearing you got bands. I'm hearing something where you are getting paid very well in this work environment, okay? And they were like something where you may have even negotiated your salary, or you may have found out that there was discrepancies in the financials and like salaries. You found out that you were not getting paid equally or something like that. I'm also getting that some of you guys, you may work in a male-dominated space. That's why I'm kind of getting like this. If you are female, that may matter to you. But I'm getting like, you see how in this image, Sparky D has like this collar all the way up. I see that you're like, you walk around and you're having, like, you're very covered up. I'm hearing they cannot see any, like some of you guys, they cannot see any like curvatures or anything like that to kind of like spark their interest. Because something that you do, like, they see that you're very serious and very focused in this work environment, okay? So, I don't know. It just feels like something that you're doing. You're like a rare gem in it. You're a rare breed. There are very few people that was able to do what you have done. Especially if this involved you standing up to an authority and winning, okay? You fought back after they tried to silence you. You were the resistance. Something where you led an uprising, you led a revolution, and you fought for what was fair. Because something where like you had to fight back against an injustice, or you had to negotiate, and you did not accept less than what you deserved in a situation. Somebody was literally trying to like not pay you fairly, okay? We have the moon, we have feelings and subconscious. I feel like these are a lot of people who you have been impacting them on a subconscious level. So some of them, they were not even aware of what they have been projecting. And then you have, like, you called them out and brought something from their subconscious, like subconscious feeling that they had, brought it to their consciousness, brought it to their awareness, and let them know that that feeling that they've been having is something that they haven't been, you know, reconciled around. Something that has been something that has been a personal issue. When this is a work environment and this is like what your personal issues have no place in, like, no place here. Your personal opinions have no place here. They, like, you force these people to let go of their personal biases, prejudice, and opinions, and you negotiated and fought for what was fair in a situation. You did not choose sides with your personal opinions. You stood up to what was right, is what I'm hearing, okay? Because some of these people, I'm getting that they tried to literally silence you when you tried to make something, you tried to make sure something was equal. You tried to make something was right, okay? We have the engineer, we have the hedonist, we have the teacher, and we have the storyteller. Okay, so there may have even been a situation where you were dealing with a teacher. You were dealing with somebody who may have been older than you, and this person was previously like in the position of like communicating knowledge, experiences, skills, or wisdom. Like I said, some of them, they thought that they were the more experienced one. They thought that they were the one with the advantage. But you realized that something that they were doing, they were trying to abuse you. They tried to abuse their power. They were teaching you negative things, or they were teaching some things that were not the right thing, to manipulate you. Okay. Maybe you're working, like I said, you're working in a male dominated space, or you're working in something that's technical. Perhaps you're working in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And a lot of these people, even if they're brilliant at this engineering, even if they're brilliant at this like technical thing, these people are very emotionally stunted and immature. They have no emotional intelligence whatsoever. So if they have been getting like you brought something from their subconscious feelings that they have been having that have been causing them like things that they were not even aware of, like I said, emotionally stunted, immature people, and how they like you brought it to their attention, how they have been at a detriment, how they have been indulgent, how they have been abusing, how they have, some of them quite literally were making up stories in this work environment to try to hurt you, and you brought the truth out and you stood up to what was right. I'm hearing something that involved a patriarchy. Some type of misogynistic male thought that they can abuse you and get away with it. Because some of them, especially if these are people who are older than you, who are in positions of authority, leadership, these people have quite literally been acting from their subconscious and really intimidated at your ability and talents for solving problems. They have noticed, like they noticed right away that you had a brilliant mind and that you were creative and practical and you were solving your problems, and they just got so like they got, instead of getting inspired by your creative energy and celebrating your beauty and the good things that you were bringing to their life, they abused you and became destructive in some type of way in this work environment. I'm also getting that there may have been a situation where you had to put up a resistance to somebody who was misogynistic, or someone who was like an indulgent. Like someone in this environment were having health issues. They were manipulating or abusing in some type of way. They had some type of negative behavioral pattern, some type of destructive behavioral pattern that they didn't even realize that they were acting out of with the moon. And you brought to their attention, how they have been they have been pursuing, their pleasure and at a detriment to their own health. Somebody, like maybe you are quite literally a healthcare provider. I'm hearing home care aides or nurses, dietitian, nutritionists, and something where you're literally showing these people, you're like, you need to stop these negative and destructive behaviors because you're literally hurting your health. And something about them, they didn't even realize that this behavior was something that was making their health decline, or it was something that literally caused them a greater expense than it brought them pleasure. You let them know that their behavior was actually harming them, that they're something, even maybe you even uncovered like some type of racism or prejudice, or some type of like non-cooperation, some type of resistance to the collective effort, and you let them know that this is actually something that harms us all, everyone. Like I'm hearing something where you shed light on a bad policy, and you let it, like you made them aware that like these bad policy making actually hurts our financial wealth. It hurts our well-being. It hurts us ultimately. You too actually are at a detriment. Some type of behavior, abuse, or action that they have been taking that have been on a subconscious level. Maybe they were not even realizing they were acting out of their prejudice. Maybe they didn't even realize that these policies and these decision makings were irrational. But I'm also getting another situation where someone in the environment made up a story to stop you from growing in the environment. With the storytelling and teacher especially, someone made up a not like, because they were feeling intimidated by you and how creative and talented you were at a young age, they literally started to abuse you in this environment, try to stop you from getting promoted, or try to stop you from being successful, or teaching you quite literally teaching you the wrong things, or not passing on the pertinent information that you needed to be successful, and made up this story to try to harm your reputation in a work environment, or literally to stop you from growing and being successful, right? Some of them, they actually saw you as very beautiful and creative, but they never gave you the flowers that you deserve. Okay. That's what I'm seeing, pile 3. Okay, what is the current gossip about, about you? Something where you may have been really connected to music, or you shared a lot of music, or you were in like something, maybe you were an art teacher or a music teacher or something like that as well. I'm getting something where you guys might quite literally be a teacher. Or you may be in a leadership role, or this involved your teacher or someone in a leadership role. And they were not, I'm getting that they were intimidated by you, ultimately, like very intimidated by you, and that you brought to light and you fought back against this because you realized that like something about this, was wrong. I'm also getting that you fighting about something where some of you fighting against an injustice is actually going to lead to a hefty payday, or is going to lead to your financial freedom. Okay. And people are saying that you set this abusive teacher, or you set this abusive boss or abusive person, indulgent person in the environment ablaze, brought all their shadows to light, and everyone knows that they were projecting onto you. Somebody's name is Donna. Okay. How are your coworkers viewing you? How are your coworkers viewing you? We have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, like I saw, like there was a lack of like collaboration. Like these people really did not want to collaborate in a healthy way. These people, I'm hearing that you've been working alone at this for quite some time, and you're very anxious about this because some of these people, they were literally, some of them, they are, I'm hearing a runaway jury, or these people, they are literally, because they have been projecting onto you and their subconscious have come to light, they are literally, some of them are literally trying to turn their back on you and trying to stop you from having, I'm hearing you set them ablaze anyway. So it's like nothing they can do now because the truth is out. And I'm hearing that you actually like, in this period, like where they have not, your coworkers have literally like not been successfully collaborating because they have been so angry at that, like so resistant to you being a success, so resistant, like, to this persecution. Somebody is actually getting persecuted in a jury, or there is some type of legal issue around this situation. And, this may have having you stressed out a lot about this, but these people, I'm hearing that because they were making up these stories and not, not teaching you the right things, not collaborating. I'm hearing someone who wore a lot of gym shoes. Maybe they were wearing blue gym shoes or something. I'm hearing a lot of plaid t-shirts or flannels or something like that. I'm getting that somebody here has been abusing their authority, or they have been indulging in this environment. And in this period of like not working together, they have been very stressed. They have been stressing you out a lot, but you stood up to a situation, and like, I'm hearing you stood up to the situation, and I'm getting that this involves like things working out in your favor. Okay. Like you're very disappointed at these people. Like you're very disappointed at these people because this was supposed to be a team effort. I'm hearing that this actually like hurt everybody. In the long run, this was not good because this pushback that you're having to do now, they are resistant to collaborating. They are resistant to honoring you and celebrating the beauty within you. They are resistant to your creative energy. And you have been giving them this like solution to solve this dilemma, but because they have been so subconsciously triggered and intimidated and defensive about your beauty and your creativity, some of these people are literally not collaborating, not working together, and some of them are quite literally offended by you pushing back. Especially if these are men and you are a woman, they don't want to, like, they are very patriarchal and misogynistic, and you're like, okay, you don't want to work together. Okay, I'm still not going to accept less than what I deserve. Some of you guys, because you did not accept less than what you would deserve, or you realize that these people were just like indulgent. They were not, focusing on their health. They were not, I'm hearing they were very wasteful as well. Something where you chose not to kind of endure some type of abusive situation. That you were disappointed by this, but you guys are not working together because this person could not they cannot like give you a fair deal, or they cannot implement what you were trying to, like, something practical that needed to be resolved is not resolving. And you gave this person a resolution. Like you were very talented at doing this, but I'm hearing something where they literally have been not collaborating and to their own detriment, to their own expense. These people, I'm getting that they're actually very stressed out. Their survival needs are not getting met, especially if you guys work in healthcare. These people are literally, their health is declining. And because they like literally after realizing like, I don't know, I lost my train of thought, but it's kind of like with this Three of Pentacles, it's not a lot of people that can do what you do. So it's like they are literally, because they choose not to work with you on this, they're literally, their health is literally declining. Some of them are losing years off of their life. They're not surviving. The like something where you are providing a service or care that this person really like is very rare. Somebody who like there is very rare, a rare opportunity with you. Okay, and this person is very, it's not like they like how they're viewing you, they're very stressed about it, they're very disappointed, and like they feel a tremendous loss because they were not able to like give you what you deserved. Okay, they were not able to give you what you deserved, and they like, because of their deep insecurity and power struggle, like they literally are so resistant to something that's like rational, that will solve their dilemma. And it's like they don't really have anybody else that could like resolve this dilemma. I'm hearing that their options are very few, very few. Okay, and because you did not put up with their abuse, their destructive behaviors, their negative traits, their indulgences, their wasteful behavior, like some of them, they were just doing this because it was like they just, you were like, okay, we're not doing this. Like something where like it was something that was in their subconscious that they were acting out of, and you literally brought it to their, like you brought it to their attention, your ability to solve their problems, and they chose not to collaborate. Okay, they chose not to work with you, and they know that this is to their own detriment. Like your skills, they know that they cannot get this anywhere else. Some of you guys, you're literally like the only person, like this was like a rare opportunity and they missed it. Okay, they missed it real bad. Okay, I don't know what it is that you're doing. Clarifying the Three of Pentacles. How do your coworkers view you? Okay, I'm also getting that like if this isn't like, I'm getting some of you guys, this may be something where you're dealing with like something very personal. Okay, something that hits close to home or something like that. But for others, this is a work relationship where people, they've literally rejected some type of legitimacy, and you fought back against this, and like you let them know that their rejection of your like legitimate authority, your rejection of your like this resolution that you're like proposing, they are literally rejecting it. And so you're going to like, you're very anxious about this because instead of like honoring you and like this is like a creative solution, instead of honoring that and like adopting it, some of them, they're quite literally turning their back on like like something legitimate. And you are going to need to like fight back against this injustice, because some of them, they just literally, they just want to see you stressed, and they want to see you disappointed. Okay, but somebody like, it's after not collaborating, and you brought their like subconscious thing to light, and you showed everybody like why this, like their subconscious and this injustice that they like caused because of it. Some of it quite literally a gossip or some type of lie that they made up to try to harm you, and you persecuted this person and set them ablaze. Okay, this person is not doing well. They're not like, they will not have any, they're left disappointed and sorrowful. Okay, yeah, somebody here who cannot like, they literally cannot make a decision. Okay, because some of what this is, this Two of Swords, is like they're actually like very intimidated by you, and they don't want to collaborate with you because they're so intimidated by you. Their subconscious is like, they're really like triggered by you. Some of you, this is a whole board of people or a whole group of like authorities, and they are so like intimidated by you, and you like, they hate that, like they were not expecting you to challenge their authority. They were offended by you challenging their authority. And the way that you did it, it was very public for some of you guys. Okay, yeah, there's the Moon again, and this is like a painful ending for somebody because they were not collaborative, and they did something unjust and irrational, and they were indulgent, at their own expense. and at your expense and did something destructive, negative, and abusive, they are the ones that are experiencing this painful ending. You pushing back actually set them ablaze, okay? And something where you literally destroyed these people for not honoring you and your creative energy and your beauty, and they are left, they're perishing, okay? They're perishing. Something that involved grapes and fruit, pineapples or something like that. These people, they literally came to a complete standstill. They have not been making any progress. They have not been collaborating because on a subconscious level, they have been intimidated by you and hated the fact that you were fighting for what was fair. They hated the fact that you would not, like, because you did not, like, subscribe to something unfair, they decided not to work with you. That's crazy, friend, but they the ones left in chaos and misery. Very painful ending, right? You're disappointed that they didn't collaborate, but you'll be okay, friend. Okay, you have a creative talent for designing. You know, these people, they could have like solved a problem for you, right? But instead of, you know, them collaborating and it being something that could be good for all, because they were subconsciously intimidated and acting out of some feelings of moodiness, and they weren't expecting you to push back. They weren't expecting you to, like, make something just. Like, it was like you were fighting for something that was right. Or you were fighting, like, you were like, hey, we're not going to do something indulgent. We're not going to do something that is a detriment to our health and our finances. We're not going to do anything negative and destructive. Some of them, they quite literally, like, were not expecting this. And that, like, they didn't even, like, the reason that they have been collaborating on moving forward is because they have been kind of, like, low-key offended and mad that you were connected to reality. They were low-key mad that you saw the truth of the matter. They thought that some of them, they thought that they can obscure something. They thought that they could put you in an unfair situation and get away with it. And you were just like, I'm not working with that. I'm going to, like, if you can't, like, negotiate and get a fair deal, then we simply won't work together. And there's a Scorpio here. Someone's name is Bill or Will. It's like something where you literally could not work with them because they hated the fact that you were, like, that you could communicate, that you can negotiate, that you can make sure, like, you could even recognize that something was fair. They thought that they had the advantage. They thought that they were the ones that had all the authority. You were like, actually, I can't work with that. Ooh, that's crazy, friend. This was a painful ending for a lot of them. The cycle is over, though, because these people, they're irrational and they don't want to work with something that makes sense. So some of you guys, you might have to sue these people, or you might have to, like, push back even harder now. And this is stressful and disappointing that they are not taking the proper approach, or they won't take the united approach. They won't take the collaborative approach. But some of you, in order to get a fair deal here, you will literally have to take them to court and get them persecuted. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying right now, friend. This is how your coworkers are viewing you. Let me know how that resonates. If you're really into your career and your money manifestations, you should definitely consider becoming a member to Winner Circle. That is our members only content. We are currently working through our quarterly intensive with money manifestations, and we are working to improve and manifest our financial wealth and our careers. And you know, we talk a lot about our ambitions, and of course all of the proceeds go back to our nonprofit organization. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, Pal 4. Welcome to your selection. So you chose Mia X with Strength. Okay, so you the boss. Something about you, they see you as the power. And you see how Mia got that look in her face? You're just like, anytime any of these subordinates try to say something to you, it's like you just got that look in your face like, what do you need? It's not, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's like so harsh, but I'm definitely getting, like, if anybody tries to, like, any of these subordinates come up, you just, like, you know that you're going to end up telling them what to do. Like something where you may have dealt with a subordinate that was getting out of line or something like that. And you just looking at them like, I already know how this is going to go. So there's nothing that you can say or do to make you any less than a, you know, subordinate. Okay. Somebody was very insubordinate. Somebody's name is Alana, or their name is, they go by Star or something like that. But you were something where you were literally in a manager position. You were somebody's boss, and you knew how to, like, set the priorities in this situation. Somebody was very insubordinate, and they were like, I'm getting this. You told them what to do, and they were like, I'm not doing it. And I'm getting that some people may have done something irrational and tried to make it seem like I don't know what happened, but it's like you were here training somebody, or you were setting priorities, and this person, some insubordinate, literally would not like cooperate. And they've been trying to justify why they have not been cooperating. Some people with this strength, they definitely are intimidated by how like you actually get things done. But like, let's be real, like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like people at work, they really don't give a fuck about their work. Like, they really don't care about truly getting things done. They really don't care to serve a purpose, especially if you're working in like these very, I don't know if odd jobs is the right, you know, word to say, but it's like maybe you're working in a retail space, or maybe you're working with people who are just there for like a good time, not a long time type of thing. And they see that you have literally advanced yourself, or you have been committed to this space, or you are in a position of leadership in this like whatever you are in. And they see that you actually care to get things done. Something where you started to, I don't know, you started to reorganize something, you started to make things efficient, you started to streamline things, and you're very focused on efficiency. I'm also getting that some of you guys, you may have been brought in. I'm getting that something where you were recruited to come and do something that literally, like, I'm getting something where there is literally something that I'm hearing a lean modeling or something like that. You were literally, like, your job what may have been to come in and to make something efficient, or to improve a process or a method for doing something, to implement something. And somebody was so, I don't know if this, like, take it how it resonates, but somebody was so resistant to this priority, this efficiency, this doing what needed to be done. Like, it just be like so weird. And you don't notice, like, when you like, especially if some of you guys, maybe you have literally climbed up a ladder, or maybe you were in a like a call center position, and then you moved into like the higher ranks or something like that, and you can see the difference in like the quality of work. You can see, you know, the difference between people who are fluff and people who actually get things done. When you work in a work environment where people are actually getting things done, and you like, or you're working in a work environment where people, you cannot get around, like, you can't bullshit. Some jobs you can bullshit and get by, and they're just like, you know, a good time, not a long time type of thing. You're just there for your paycheck and go. But there are some jobs that are actually careers, and you can't bullshit on the job. People are expecting deliverables, and I'm getting that somebody here was bullshitting, or they did not pull through. They did not have deliverables, and you're like, I set these priorities. Where are the results? Where are the completed tasks? Somebody here has been thinking that they know the correct priorities or something like that. And it's like, you are in this leadership position for a reason. It's because you have a higher vantage point of what the team, the business unit, what the overall objectives are. And you have legitimate reasons as to why you are prioritizing things. If your manager or your boss says, can you please get that report done by 2 p.m. and you're like, well, I don't think that report was needed to be done by 2 p.m. I think that I should work on this other thing that's my own self-interest. You don't even understand that report that manager may have needed that report, you know, by 2 p.m. because they have a 3 p.m. meeting with a higher executive. They have another meeting where your report is going to support them in another objective in the business. Some of these people, they are literally insubordinate, and they are not, like, they hate the fact that you get to set the priority and the task for the day. Okay? This person, like, I'm getting that something where they did not complete, you know, they did not deliver, and this really impacted you guys and your ability to be successful. And if you have, like, it's a very big difference between a fluff job and an actual career. People who do not have actual careers do not understand, like, or people who are not even careers, like people who don't have the vantage point, whether you're in a career or like in a, you know, whatever kind of blue collar or white collar job, it doesn't matter. But if your manager tells you to do something, you need to obey. that is for a purpose. It's not because they just want to tell you what to do. It's not because they, for some, just because. It is quite literally because it serves a higher purpose. Everybody has a role to play. And this person, they something where they were not playing their role, and this created a bigger burdensome workload onto you. Something like that. How are people viewing your, how are your coworkers viewing you? I'm also getting that when these people realized that you were into fitness, or that you had the strength within your physical body, they knew that was the reason why you were able to work so much, especially if you're in a job that requires you to be on your feet a lot. Like customer service, sales positions, working at a kiosk or something like that, working where you have to be on your feet, okay? They see that your endurance is amazing. Something where they were like, you work all day long. Like, you literally work all day long. You have energy. You have a very generous amount of energy. And they just saw you working from the beginning of the shift to the end of the shift. And some of these people who you assign tasks to them, they couldn't even do, you're literally doing all this work and so strong and getting this stuff done, and they can't even do the simplest of tasks. This is literally so annoying, because it just you're like, at the end of the day, I'm getting some of you guys will be stuck with all this work and not being able to accomplish something because of some insubordinate wasn't able to, I'm hearing somebody's name is Alana, or literally starts with the letter A. I'm getting that there was an insubordinate that literally would not do complete their task, and that that affected your ability to run your organization properly. And they hated the fact that you were training everybody correctly. You taught them the right things to do. Oh my God, somebody here, they just did not want to do the right things just because they were lazy and they could not endure on their feet, or they could not they were not strong enough to do this work the way that you were. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Some of you guys, if you are not in a manager position, you may have had a relationship with a manager where you guys were in a power struggle, and this person, they literally could not keep up with you. I'm hearing that you was working more than them, okay? That is crazy. Okay, how are your coworkers viewing you, power woman? But I'm getting, for most of you guys, you are the boss, and you just looking at them like, if you don't do this, you're fired. I need somebody. It's not personal. I just need somebody on the team that can help me. You know what I'm saying? Because some of you guys, you work your ass off, and you expect everybody else to work their ass off too. I'm getting that you was working their ass off, and some of them, they just wanted to be insubordinate because they didn't want to work. They lazy, okay? I'm getting that a lot of these people, they didn't even know, they may have gotten the backstory on you, and they didn't even know that you was dealing with all these things in your personal life, and you was just at work, working nonstop, and they were seeing you never giving up. They were seeing you keep going, and they were like, wait, we didn't even know that, they was doing all this and they was still performing number one. They was shocked, okay, when they found out that you was going through all these personal issues as well, all these battles in your personal life, and that they're representing you never giving up. Some of you guys, you may have gotten fired from this environment, or you left the job and became an entrepreneur or something like that. Power 4. How are your coworkers viewing you? Yeah, Libra. Yeah, I definitely can sense that this was something where there was somebody, that you've brought the situation into balance. You've gotten your justice from this situation, especially if it involved I'm hearing something where it involved a fire, or it involved them, doing something unjust in this workplace because they literally did not want to they didn't want to do things that made sense, okay? So, something like that, okay? I'm also getting that people just how they're viewing you, they just see you as you're having this balanced approach in, in telling people what to do. I'm hearing that they saw you telling somebody what to do, and that person, if they weren't being insubordinate, I'm getting that people usually do what you tell them to do, okay? When you tell them to do something, they need to do it. Okay, because you know what the business needs, you know what the organization needs. That is what an authority does. It's not because they're better than you. It's not because they have, like, it's your own inferiority complex. How about you work your ass off too, and then one day you'll be able to get the experience and the knowledge to be able to have a leadership position. Don't see this winner as competition. No, maybe one day you won't just be in the same room with them. You will actually be on the same level as them. Some of them, they saw you as being this authority and being so iced out, being so strong and fit, and just having like this beautiful life. And they just saw you as looking so good, and just like they saw you successful, and they didn't even know you was going through a lot of stuff in your personal life, and they just hated the fact that you were just good at this, that you were just looking like you were thriving. And instead of getting inspired, some of them, they just wanted to push back because they had a problem with you being their authority. And you let them know that, like, an authority is actually somebody that has the experience and has the information to make decisions on behalf of the collective. The reason that you're not in a position of authority, is because you don't have the information yet. That is what experience gives you. That is what hard work gets you. Not everybody's an authority. Like, it's not because of some other reason. It's because that they literally may have even seen you get promoted, and it was because you were performing very well. It was because you were learning, you were getting the information that you needed and prove that you were worthy of this promotion. Okay, hearing something about you being a #1 salesperson, or you being, top tier, right? Deserving a promotion. We have the monk, nun. We have the mother. We have angel. And then we have the nature child, okay? Yeah, so I definitely see, like, with this monk nun, they see you very dedicated to this. They see that the only thing that you were focused on was work. And you were very selfless in this devotion. You were like, this is on behalf of the collective. This is not this is not for my own personal gain. I'm telling you what to do so that we set the right priorities and get our goals accomplished. Something where you're known for having the #1 store, or you're known for having the best group. It's like you're always, your organization is always thriving over your competitors and your adversaries. And they know that you have been dedicated to your spirit, and you've been this protector and guardian over your tribe. And they see that you have literally, you working from sun up to sundown. That was your only goal, was to get this work accomplished. Okay. I'm also getting that they, like, you really have, like, you've been doing this work. Some of you guys were doing it for free. Some of y'all was doing it for free, and you had no expectation of them returning, right? Returning the effort. With this mother, I'm definitely getting that you have been the type of person who have been refining your students. You've been training, children, and making them independent. I'm getting, oh, this is so beautiful, actually. Like, you're so strong. You are I'm hearing you are the matriarch. You are the patriarch. You are the one that nurtures and gives birth and helps these people create what they need to create. And you're so balanced around this as well. And it's like, I'm also getting that you, especially if you're like this boss and authority, right? It's like you don't actually, it's like, you can take it how it resonates. Some of you guys may be, still coming into balance around this, but you're like this mother. You're like this person who, you nurture them with unconditional love, patiently train them and teach them what they need to know to grow. And when they become independent, you go and promote them, and they go off, and some of them, quite literally, they do get on your level. They do, end up contributing, and getting the experience and skills to, like, sit at the same tables as you, right? You help those people, and you didn't expect anything in return. You train those people up so that they can become independent, and that they wouldn't, need you all the time. Okay, so that they wouldn't, like, you help them. You taught them how to set priorities. You train them at their work, and you let them go and become independent without, instilling guilt in them, right? Like a good boss, a good teacher wants to see their constituents grow. You wanted to see them get promoted. You wanted to see them do well, right? I am getting a particular situation where somebody that's insubordinate, you ended up like, I don't know, something that they did made you mad. I'm getting a particular situation. This could be like for a few of you, but I'm getting that this person who was insubordinate, right? They see like something where they may have seen you, like they were literally insubordinate and they were trying to justify their behavior, and they felt like you were abusing this person. They felt like you did something to harm this person, or you abandoned them when this person was really codependent on you or something like that. But I feel like something where they may have, you know, they see them as just like these people as just like your children. They see them as younger than you. They see that you have had the mental strength. You have had the intellectual authority over these people, and they feel like you abused them you abused them, and you know, abandoned them when they tried to go be independent or something like that. Let's see what happened. Let's get the tarot. How are your coworkers viewing you, pal? 4. How are your coworkers viewing you? How are your coworkers viewing you? Okay. We have the Chariot. Okay. They definitely see you as determined and ready to stand up to any type of challenge. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Wands. You're definitely very successful. They're definitely, you know, achieving to a high degree. But there's somebody in your environment. I don't know if this is actually a person, but there's a very unsuccessful businessman. Somebody here is a failure at life. This may have been an authority. This may have been someone with wealth. But this person, I'm getting that, like, they are quite literally very selfish and very entitled. And they see that you have literally, like, you abandoned this person. You abandon this person. They feel like this person, you were previously nurturing them with patience and unconditional love and trying to teach them the error of their ways. But you have literally abandoned this person, and, you know, for maybe abusing you, and you do not have a good perception of them anymore. I'm getting, if this was a boss over you, I'm hearing that this person has a very, very bad reputation. I'm hearing that this person, after going, like, I'm hearing that you were going through so many different personal challenges, and they were just like the cherry on top with their egotism and their selfish behavior. This person, they see that after, like, you know, that this person, I'm hearing you stood up to some type of negative business person, some type of businessman. You stood up to them and you were successful anyway because you were so determined to achieve. Whoever this is in the environment, they have a very negative reputation, but they feel like you were like a mother to this person, and that you abandoned them when you realize, you know, how abusive they are to the environment, the animals, and people, and they feel like you don't want to help them anymore, and that you need to actually stand up to this person, because something where there's actually been a lot of you helping this person. There's been a lot of one-sided charity. There's been a lot of you working with this person, and they are just like, they feel like they still are not making the correct decisions. And you're getting like a lot of communication around how they have been abusive in this environment. And maybe this is somebody that you were training, and, you know, they need your nurturance and patience and unconditional love, and everybody is just like, Pal 4 is no longer being patient and unconditionally loving to this person. They feel like you abandoned this person and you're no longer supporting them, and you're like this person, they're like, you know, that this person is extremely immature, and this is why they have been so selfish, and this is why they have been so entitled and just like not aware. But I just feel like you are just like, you're over it, right? I'm hearing that you no longer, people are definitely saying whoever this is, this insubordinate, or this is somebody who you needed to train in order to, like, you know, you need to help them a lot, and they feel like you just don't give joy. You just don't experience joy, you know, in giving to them anymore, because of how, like, it kind of just like feels like you're pulling teeth, and that this person isn't making any progress. They're still not getting the clarity that they need, and you're like, okay, I'm next, fired. We don't need any more. Okay, fire him. He doesn't need to be, you know, we don't care. If you're not getting it by now, you just won't ever get it. Okay. That's what I feel, pal. For let me know how this resonates down below. It's my honor to read your energy and how your coworkers are viewing you. You're very successful. You're the boss, and you stand up to it. You're enduring. You're determined. You're amazing. And you work your ass off. And whoever this is, who are they just feel like they're not putting any effort in, they're not making any progress, we're over them. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're really serious about your career, your money manifestations, consider joining members only. We're currently working through our Q2 money manifestation intensive, and we are like getting into some that is over on members only. So I hope that you will consider us. All the profits to this, all of the fundraising from this channel goes back to our nonprofit organization. I hope that you will consider us, and I would love to see you on members only. Become a member to the winner circle. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.